Hi guys, I promised to do an update on how things have been going since I made that first video, that how I got on YouTube. That was in March 2013, we are now in May 2015, and I wanted to share with you what's been happening in the last 2 years. Back then I was explaining how I got on YouTube and how I became a partner and how the money were made through ads. So what has changed in the meantime? Well, YouTube decided to change the layout of the pages, that's for one thing. So now all YouTube pages basically look the same. You get a little banner that can make it look a little bit different, but I mean, the way the pages used to look, they had the personal touch of the creator there, and it's not much fun looking at these pages right now anymore. The channel pages, I'm talking about the channel pages, the pages that are basically the main page you're supposed to come into, but most of you don't come into the main page anyway. You just look for a video, and you don't see the main page much anymore. If you want to see main pages and all the videos, you can click on somebody's avatar and then just look at what else they have posted there, so just in case you didn't know that. The next thing that is really horrible what YouTube did was they made everybody partners. So from the first video on that you put on YouTube, you can actually monetize it. And there goes the whole idea of when you work hard, you will make it on YouTube. Basically now they say you don't have to work that hard anymore. It's not an elite group anymore, you know, because back in those days I felt so proud that I was made a YouTube partner. I worked so hard to become that YouTube partner, and you would become a group of selected people that were able to monetize their videos, and now everybody can do that. So it's not that special anymore. It's not, you don't have to be proud to be a partner. With the fact that they monetize every video that goes on YouTube as from right when you posted it, the very first one, the income, of course, has decreased, because now advertisers have way more channels to put their ads on, and so we're not worth that much money anymore for an advertiser. So where they used to pay 8 cents to advertise on your video, you now get like 2 or 3 cents. So really it's not the if you want to try and make it on YouTube and earn money through YouTube, it's gonna take a long time before you're gonna actually make some money. I keep track of all the things that are happening, and I can honestly say that since YouTube started doing that, my income is every month for the last year has been decreasing opposed to the year before that. So let's take for instance, in May 2014, maybe I made $600 back then, and in May this year I have made $500. So it's decreasing, and that is with even more subs than I had, with more videos on my channel. I'm making less money. So basically it's not worth putting your time in YouTube anymore. And that's not the reason why I'm not on YouTube anymore. The reason I'm not on YouTube anymore is because I want to broaden my horizon. The next thing that is killing YouTube slowly but surely are the ad blockers. There's a lot of people that just hate advertisings, and they just use ad blockers to block all the ads, and they don't understand that when they block the ads, that the income that we YouTubers have, well, it just kind of falls apart. Well, there's a lot of people that say, I'm not responsible for you making money on YouTube. If you want to make money, go get a job. And I mean, seriously, they're right. But also, they don't understand that when they block the ads, because there are people that have favorite channels, when you block the ads and you're decreasing that income, people are going to look for other ways to make an income, because a lot of us out here are really trying to become independent crafters, and I'm not just talking about the beads. I am one of those independent crafters, so I need to find other ways, other sources of income, which means less time on YouTube and more time, for instance, to make PDF files, so you can go to my Etsy shop and buy a PDF file there. Right now I have 2 Etsy shops, one for my own income and one for a fundraiser. So and that fundraiser I took upon me is for a Quantum Leap convention. As most of you know, I'm a big Quantum Leap fan, big Scott Bakula fan, and I'm trying to make an income for a Quantum Leap convention. And I don't know if I explained that last time, but basically I can't, I have been told that I should just start a non-profit organization, but I can't. I already checked that. I can't do that from the Netherlands and then hold a convention in America. So I would have to start a non-profit organization in America, which I can't because I'm not an American. So it's an endless circle. But I thought, well, if I was a millionaire and I would be able to pay for the hotel where the convention was held, and I would be able to pay for a party planner who could set everything up into details, then I could still do that. But I'm not a millionaire, so I started to do fundraisers. Now, if you want to join the fundraisers and in the Etsy shop, I will leave a link underneath. There's a link underneath the video where you can, you know, support that. The money needs to be raised before the end of the year. That's the deadline I set for myself, and it's not going to even be close. But you can still help me out and try getting that money together, because when I don't make it, which I probably won't, the money will go to one of Dean Stockwell's favorite charities, as well as one of Scott Bakula's favorite charities. So the money will be good, and don't worry, I'm not going to touch it. And what else has been happening? So okay, so I started up an Etsy shop. I also heard there was one of the ladies that messaged me and said, Jana, I'm in a country where we don't have YouTube anymore. Can you provide us with an alternative? So I went on Dailymotion, and right now every video that I make will also be uploaded on Dailymotion to provide for those people that don't have YouTube blocked in their countries. What else has been new? Broadening the horizon. Ah, yeah. Of course, very proud of that. After 5 tries, I finally managed to get my pattern in the beaten button, and I was having a conversation with the lovely lady that remade my pattern in America so it could be put in the Beaten Button magazine. And she said, well, I hope you'll be back, I love this pattern. And I jokingly said, oh, I'll be back as long as it takes for me to be put on the front of the cover of the magazine. Now, that already happened, so I got an email like, oh dear, you're on the front of the cover, and this was my very first publication, and it took me, I think, 6 tries to actually get accepted. And she said, oh dear, I hope you will be back, because you're also on the front of the cover. And for like, I think a month, I smiled, I called my mom, and I'm so glad I still have a mom that I can share this with. And I was so proud that actually one of my patterns that for the first time got accepted also went straight to the cover. So that's where hard work, I guess, gets you, and not giving up gets you, because I did 6 patterns and I never gave up, and I just entered the 7th pattern. And since then I also entered another pattern which will also be publicated in the December issue, I think, or maybe the issue before that. I'll have to look that up. There's going to be a beautiful blue necklace. They selected the necklace, they also selected the ring. They said maybe we can put the ring in the magazine, but if not, the ring will go on the website, so you will be able to see it there if you are a member of, if you're subscribed online or to Beaten Button. So the next challenge was, of course, now that I'm in the Beaten Button, let's go to the next one, and that would be beadwork. Because there's a lot of girls that ask me, like, I'm not subscribed to Beaten Button, I'm subscribed to beadwork, so could you please do something for beadwork? So I started working on beadwork, making a pattern for beadwork, and I actually got accepted with the first one, but it's not going to be in the magazine, it's going to be in an e-zine, it's going to be downloadable, and it's going to be a snowflake. So that will be in an online downloadable ebook, sort of, or as they call it, I think, e-zine. So on the topic of broaden that horizon, if you want to become that independent beader, you have to step outside the world of YouTube. So Beading Button was a good start. Beadwork is a very good start. So I also started entering Fire Mountain Gems contests. I did one with a snake, and I actually made it to the finals. I didn't make it to 1, 2 or 3. I didn't win any prizes, I just made it to the final. So I thought that was a pretty good one for the first try. I mean, you basically have to start a resume somewhere. So basically I'm trying to build myself a resume for based on beads. So now I have publication in Beading Button twice. I also have a cover on there, and I have of course beadwork e-zine publication, and I made it to the finals of the Fire Mountain Gem Swarovski contest, but I didn't make any money on that because I made it to the finals but I didn't get selected. So, and then I thought, okay, well, if you don't get selected, try and try and try again until you do get selected. So I made this beautiful, stunning, amazing necklace. Here's a picture of it if you haven't seen it yet. And that is also selected and is now on its way to America to be looked at. And it's my first piece of embroidery. I never did embroidery before, so I'm very, very proud of what I did. And I can only imagine what I will be doing with that in the future. I love embroidery. But then I also love soutache, I love macrame, and there's just so many things that I love. And you just don't know what to do next. But I'm glad that I love so many things, because it broadens the horizon also on your limitations of just beading with regular beads and making jewelry. So the more you can do with macrame and soutache and embroidery, and I tried wire wrapping, but you know, if you've seen the videos of the Tree of Life, that's not my thing. But I reckon you figured that out because there was only one there. So wire wrapping, that's not going to happen anymore in the future, just in case anybody wonders about that. We also moved. That's a very big thing. We moved from the city to out into the country, and I'm very happy. The house is still not quite up to date or renovated. There is a lot of hidden, how do you say that in English? Well, but basically I had removed the wallpaper in what was supposed to be my beading room, and then it turns out there was mold underneath it, and I couldn't figure out what happened. So I had the bathroom that is attached to the beading room, I had that fixed up, and then it was still leaking, so I had to just kind of completely renovate the bathroom first to make sure that there wouldn't be any more leaks in there. And then when that was done, it finally stopped leaking, and I could remove the mold and, you know, take care of my beading room. The next thing on the list was the bedroom, but then I made a huge mistake, and I'm going to tell you about my mistake because I don't want you guys to make the same mistake. When things were actually financially going up, even though YouTube was making me less money, but the Etsy patterns were bringing kind of, you know, making up for that, I got the bill from Texas that was about $3,500 that I needed to pay. I got that about in July, I think, and I had to pay that before the end of the year. That was absolutely no problem. I could do that. The problem, the mistake I made was when I talked to my accountant, because, you know, there's so many things, I can't do my own taxes on top of everything else too. So I have an accountant, and he's worth his weight in gold. Let me just say that. But he said to me, Jana, wouldn't it be a smarter plan if you would pay the taxes monthly in advance, and then so when they make up the end bill, you wouldn't have to pay such a big amount. And I thought, you know, that's a great idea. So I got the bill for 2013, and I figured that I would be paying monthly for 2014 in 2015, because I got the bill from 2013 in 2014. So, you know, I figured, okay, well, if I start monthly payments, then if 2014 is made up, I will be paying that monthly in 2015. big mistake. That wasn't the way it worked. I immediately got a bill that I had to pay about 3,500 in 2000, over 2013. I had to pay that, and I immediately got the same amount for 2014, which I also had to pay monthly before the end of the year. So since July 2014, I have been paying off taxes, and that has not been easy. I suddenly had a bill of 7,000 euros that I had to pay off in 6 months. Now, that's totally impossible. So, on the question, were you ever able to reduce the hours that you worked? Yes, I did. I had a 160-hour contract, and I now have reduced it to 116. But I'm still working 160 because I'm still paying off the taxes, and the last part, yay, has just been paid off. So, but I had to pay that off before the end of December, so there were all these bills coming in and these threats from the IRS, and you know how that works. Well, maybe you don't, but you get threats that they come to your house and they will take everything you own. So I wrote them a nice little letter and I said, you can please feel free to come to my house and take everything I own. Just leave the beads, or else I won't be owning anything anymore. But there's nothing here. The only thing that got finished renovating were the bathroom where I take the shower and my beading room, and since then everything completely stopped because I had to pay that 7,000. Well, I'm glad to say that I finally paid it off, but I want to say, if you start your own business, don't make the same mistake as I did. If you have an accountant, start paying your IRS taxes in advance. Don't try to dodge it, because that will probably get you in more trouble. Find out what the limit is that you can earn, that you don't have to pay taxes over, and just make sure you're informed very well. Now, because I have a regular job, and I have, of course, my beading company, everything gets added together, and then they say, okay, you make this much money, so you still owe us so much taxes. Basically, that means every penny that I earn on YouTube, I need to pay half a penny to taxes. Now, it's not much fun if you have to do that. But, so if I make 600, there will be 300 left. And if you don't want to pay in advance, make sure you have an account where when you get $600, that you put $300 aside just to be on the safe side. And when everything is balanced by the end of the year, and Texas says, well, you owe us 2,500 and you have 3,000 saved up, you got 500 extra to spend there. So that's what I'm definitely planning on doing as soon as I paid my last part off. Now, on top of paying 2013 and having to pay 2014 before the end of the year, I also got 2015 that I needed to start paying off. So, you know, sometimes there's no end to it and you just want to say, shouldn't I just go bankrupt? But then you're back where you started, and that's no fun. So, let me just give my money to Texas. Obviously I earned it, so, and according to them I obviously made so much that I can afford that. So so they might be right. If this house had been renovated, I would probably be able to afford that, but since this house isn't renovated yet, I really can't afford it because I want to finish my house and fix it up. But, so please don't make the same mistake as I made and put yourself in another financial ditch. And somebody said, you know, you couldn't afford the house that you bought. Oh yes, I could. I could afford the house I bought. I just couldn't afford to pay taxes. So, but anyway, this house is a little bit of a money pit. It's been built in the 1970s, and I don't think anything has been done since the 1970s. So we're 40 years on, and I have to fix 40 years worth of leakages or well, probably 20 years worth of leakages and all that kind of stuff. But I'm really happy to be here. Don't feel sorry for me. We don't even have beds or carpet yet. We're sitting on the carpet from the 1970s right now. But don't feel sorry for me. I'll get there, and I'm determined to make it. And I got this roof over my head. When we bought it, the roof was also leaking, so that's the first thing I fixed, because I actually did have some extra money back then, but I didn't expect to have to pay the taxes so much. But then you can pay taxes and have a leaky roof, or you can fix your roof and then deal with taxes later. So I chose to have a roof over my head that wasn't leaking, which I think most of you would have done. But don't feel sorry for me, I'm okay. I got beads. I just don't have the beads to spend right now trying to make money for the Quantum Leap convention, because in the beginning I was doing all these fundraisers, and I was doing basically a giveaway. If you would enter $2 or $3, you could, win these beads. But I don't have money for that right now. I don't have money to buy beads, so I'm basically holding on to the beads I have and trying to make the best patterns I can with what I got left over. But there will be a big stash again, hopefully one of these days, and I don't know, maybe if I'm lucky and I win the grand prize at the Fire Mountain Gem contest, then I can, go nuts. There's a prize tag attached to that of $1,000 if you win first prize. So you would be able to buy some beads, but I'm not going to hold my breath, because there's a lot of people that do make beautiful jewelry, and you're competing with the best of the best. And but it's just going to be fun if I can make it into the finals again, and hopefully make it into the last 3, so I will have at least some money to buy beads. But right now I'm not going to focus on that. There's other things ahead. Broadening the horizon, getting back to that. In August there will be a chance to submit your patterns for the Beaten Button show to give class in Milwaukee, and I'm planning on doing that. So I'm not going to be on YouTube much. I am going to focus on making those patterns for Beaten Button and submitting them. And the angel that you see on the Fire Mountain Gems necklace, that is one that I want to submit. I want to readjust it a little bit, make it a little look a little bit better. And I have had so many people say like, oh, that looks beautiful, it looks sort of military, it looks wonderful, and I would love to learn how to make that. So that's it's going to take a long time, because each angel took me about 9 hours to make. So that will be one of the patterns I would like to submit to Beaten Button. And I don't know if, it's going to be hard to be selected for masterclass, because only the biggest beaters and financially self-supporting beaters out there with big names already out there in the field give masterclass. But, you never know. You might as well try. I never thought that my first pattern that got selected by Beaten Button would also go straight to the cover. So you don't know what happens. But I'm going to do my best to submit beautiful patterns, and that means that for the next 2 months I will not be on YouTube making videos. I also contacted Kalmbach Books. I got a nice email back that Kalmbach Books, by the way, is the publisher of Beaten Button, so that kind of helps, since I'm already in the since I already was in the Beaten Button and will be in the Beaten Button again, so that kind of helps with the books. So I'm guessing that doesn't really hurt to go to the same publisher and see if I can make a book, because people's been asking me about that for a long time. Go make that book, go make that book. So I want to go make that book, and I need 25 patterns to make a book, and I want to have the theme of the book be crystals and superduyos. Actually Swarovski and superduyos, because I want to do pearls, crystals, Miyuki, and superduyos patterns. Not all patterns will be with superduyos, but there will be like probably 80% patterns with superduyos. I love the superduyos and I want to use the superduyos, so that will be my focus for the next 2 months. Also, I'm still, and it's very hard, somewhere in the UK there's somebody having a hard time getting back to me. I know the lady had some surgery, so I'm patiently waiting, but I asked the beat show in the UK if they would allow me to give a class in the UK. Since that is in Europe, I can work in the UK, and it would only be 1 day, and it's the biggest beat fair there is in the UK. So I would love to do that. It's near London and I would love to give class. And why on heaven's name, and you might be thinking, why in heaven's name do you want to start giving class? Why don't you just go do your patterns, go try the magazines, stay on YouTube and just stay home and stuff like that? Well, the main reason is because I want to finally get to know the people that have been following me, have been subscribed to me, have been learning how to bead because of my videos and other videos on YouTube. And I kind of want to mingle. I love to meet you guys. I have had many personal messages as well on YouTube, as well as comments where people, you know, started beading and you know, a whole new world opened up for them. And I would love to be able to just kind of meet you guys out there, just kind of mingle, you know, because it's also one-sided. Everybody knows me, everybody knows my face, and I don't know you. You're on the other side and I never get to see you. So I'd love to see you, and that's why I'm hoping to give class and broaden my horizon at the same time, see if I'm capable of giving class. Let's start with that. So my first time giving class would be in the UK. Now the pattern I made, because the bead show will be in September. We're getting close to Christmas again. I got sort of a snowflake pendant made for them, and they love the idea, and they would be like our classes, so that way there's a lot of people that could come and see me and in the UK. So I hope I will be selected. I'm still waiting for that, and I'll probably be there with my mom. I asked her if she would be able to come with me, and yeah. I hope you guys, I hope I will be there. I hope I will get selected for that, and I hope if I do that I will get to see you guys there. That was actually a lot that happened in the last 2 years, and it shows the growth that I have made from YouTube to getting my name out there a little bit more. Well, I haven't changed. I'm still me, and I still love to bead. And what else has been going on? Oh yes, I have started working with Potomac Beads. Potomac Beads will also be the one that will sponsor me when I get to, if I get selected for Beaten Button, then Potomac will be my sponsor. I'm very happy to say, Nathan, thank you very much for sponsoring me. I made a deal with Nathan. I actually designed the bead. That's another thing. I actually designed the bead. And I didn't want the hassle of the bead, so I kind of, you know, made an agreement with him that for that bead, he can produce it, he can put his name to it, he can do anything he wants with it. Just give me the credit that I designed the bead, and sponsor me one time if I am able to go to America and work there, because I will need a sponsor, and I will pay all the bills that will come with sponsorship. And you know, I'll have all the bills and he will have all the perks. So I also have been working with Terry from Foxton Beads. She has put several of my designs on her page, and you can buy whatever you need if you see something made by me. Not for everything yet, but she did, for instance, the Biker Chick ring. So if you really like the Biker Chick ring, you can just go to her website and order whatever you need from her page if you don't have the supplies for that. And I'm hoping that if I do get selected by Kalmbach Books, that Foxton Designs will make the kits for me for that book, so that you would buy the book and you can go online and you can get the kit, or you know, at least see the picture of the design and see what is used there, and then select what you need to make that pattern. I asked Potomac if they wanted to do that, but Nathan said, I'm not into kids. I want to offer the opportunity for people to just you know, use their imagination and use other colors. But I have had many emails where people ask me, what are the beads, what are the colors that you use? They want to make the exact same pattern in the exact same colors. And Kalmbach also, when I had contact with their with the assistant that worked there, she said there are so many people that just want to make the design exactly the way it is. So I need color combinations, and I'm very bad with color combining, but I need to find a way to learn how to become a better color combinator. I need 3 patterns for Kalmbach books to submit, and right now I made one, and this wonderful thing happened on Facebook. I asked for some testers, and in no time I had 2 people that offered to test the pattern for me and make the PDF file from scratch and see if they can recreate it. And I also have somebody that will check the grammar for me. So it's wonderful. The people have been wonderful on YouTube and said, yes, I will gladly help you out testing your patterns so you can submit without grammar flaws, and I'll let you know if there's anything I miss. Kalmbach book wants advanced projects as well as beginners projects in your book. So right now I have made my very first very cute, adorable little earrings. I got it here in blue. You probably won't be able to see that. I got it here in blue. I'm not very happy with the blue version, but I made the version as wedding earrings, and it's absolutely stunning. So that was it for now. I'll be back in 2 years, let you know if I made financial independence. I have been on YouTube by then for 5 years, and my goal was to make financial independence in 5 years, so I got like about 2 years left, and I will let you know by then if that happened. And in the meantime, I hope I still be, of course, on YouTube, if YouTube didn't go flat on its face due to all the things they are doing to YouTube, and, you know, basically Google screwed up YouTube, let me put it like that. Well, guys, hope to see you next time, and it will be a beading video again. Bye!